Kidney disease, renal artery stenosis. Let's take a look at both of them at the same time. So, from a kidney disease perspective, there are stages of it. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Sometimes they break them into A, B's, and C's. So mild loss of function, then a moderate, severe, and a kidney failure once you get to stage 5. Of those, kind of the breakdown of the causes, high blood pressure makes it worse almost a third of the time. Diabetes is the factor almost half the time. Some other causes, glomerular disease of the kidneys, polycysts, cystic kidney disease, cyst in the kidneys, can drive these conditions. So there's a lot of causes that may make it worse. I think the two big ones with lifestyle to knock out 60+%, 70+% of the conditions, almost 3/4 of the conditions, is paying attention to high blood pressure, paying attention to diabetes. That is purely lifestyle. Now, not type 1, but type 2. You can really make a big impact with lifestyle. So let's focus on eating first. So properly putting these foods in is going to show you can help out the kidneys. Garlic, not good for the breath. Kidneys love it. A study published in Food and Chemical Toxicology in 2001 found that garlic in low doses could enhance the antioxidant status of the kidneys, thus protecting them from the cell-damaging effects of free radicals. Garlic, got to go in. Onions have a similar effect on the kidneys as garlic. Ginger. There's a more recent study in the Journal of Renal Nutrition, and it concluded that alcohol-induced nephrotoxicity, so too much alcohol damaging the kidneys, was made better by ginger extract being taken. Thus, ginger can be used as a regular nutrient to protect the renal cells. So put ginger in your diet, ginger tea. Watermelon. Now, not the greatest if you're worried about sugars, because remember, 44% of cases of renal problems, stenosis, and renal failure come from too much sugar. So if you are in that boat, I would not recommend this. However, watermelon it's compromised as 92% alkaline water, which helps flush the urinary system of accumulated toxins. So it can even dissolve kidney stones, helps to protect the liver in its processing of ammonia inside the body and delivering it to urea, thus easing the strain on the kidneys while ridding the body of excess fluid. So maybe one to consider. You could just drink alkaline water, might be a better option. But those are the foods to focus on. If you have kidney disease, renal stenosis, or a family member or friend does, you can share this with them. Now, I would be implementing rotational fasting to go after the blood pressure and diabetes issues. This will be the best approach so the body doesn't stagnate and plateau. You'll be challenging the system to slowly start to work fasting into the body, to slowly ratchet your insulin down, to slowly ratchet your body's sugar burning mode down, and ratchet up fat burning mode and its ability to process sugar and insulin properly. It's going to help normalize the blood pressure. You can also watch all of the resources inside the Living a Daily Lifestyle area to help normalize your blood pressure, take pressure off the kidneys. If you're struggling with the kidney issue and you have any sort of sugar problem or insulin problem or any sort of blood pressure problem, you've got to start there. So I'd be measuring your blood pressure daily. I would be checking your fasting insulin. If that's the problem, focus there. Now, another kind of quick hitters, quick impact that might make a difference, baking soda. Half a teaspoon in water in the AM and the PM. Sodium bicarbonate, we know as baking soda. The Journal of American Society of Nephrology reported that a daily dose of baking soda could prevent kidney damage and chronic kidney disease in a study entitled Bicarbonate Supplementation Slows the Progression of Chronic Kidney Disease and Improves Nutritional Status. Baking soda prevents kidney disease and dialysis, the study shows. So PubMed research. Take it every day long term? No. In a state of kidney problems? Yes. Next, decrease or watch your protein intake. Clean protein, meaning it needs to be organic, natural, grass-fed, free-range, wild-caught. The protein needs to come from those sources. I would avoid the dairy sources. I like the collagen source, straight from bovine, organic, grass-fed. 15 grams of protein for females, 20 grams for males per meal is a good gauge. So you don't overstrain. Just like with blood sugar, you're not putting too much pressure on with overdoing the protein. You don't have to be scared of it. Just make sure it's clean and don't overdo it. Number 5, uva ursi. Now that is fun to say. I would try it. Uva ursi neutralizes urine acidity, helps to increase the flow of urine, and it has infection combating properties. Those come from little chemicals known as glycosides. Uva ursi has a lot in it. So this herb helps and is effective, especially at the first sign of UTIs. It's a good one to add in. Also a natural option for cleansing the kidneys. So one study tested different over-the-counter plant preparations for UTIs, but it found that uva ursi decreased the activity of the bacteria by over 75%. So using it at the first sign of infection might be helpful. It can also help the kidney stones, constipation. Some studies even show it aids in weight loss and promoting overall wellness. So uva ursi may go into the system. It is a part of our microbe cleanse. Dealing with these microbes, especially ones that start to reside in the kidneys, is a good way to get those kidneys functioning better. Avoid NSAIDs. One of the top causes of kidney failure. Aspirin, Motrin, ibuprofen, really damaging those kidneys. Instead, use the omega-3 plus turmeric supplement as your alternative for those. Take 2 on a regular basis. Take 4 if you need pain relief. Avoid acid reflux drugs. PPIs, which are acid Nexiums, the purple pills, the different colored pills you see on TV commercials with Larry the Cable Guy. Those are one of the top kidney disease-causing supplements. 10-year study showed it radically increased kidney disease by taking those. So long-term use of those acid reflux drugs, terrible idea. I would highly recommend GI Support. Our GI Support supplement helps the body with enzymes, probiotics, gut mucosal lining supporters, betaine HCl to balance out the acid, and oxbile to help the gallbladder and the liver. Super important to help those, especially if you don't have a gallbladder. So those are alternatives. Now, measure your glomerular filtration rate, GFR. Pay attention and measure, at least at first, your fasting insulin and blood pressure to make sure there's no underlying problems there. But this is how you can take these steps with your lifestyle to see how it impacts the health of your kidneys overall. Lifestyle, 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 lifestyle. So through monthly challenges and implementing a BC4 method of heart health, which impacts kidney health, is what's going to further along the success and the health of the kidneys overall. And then you can add to it the omega turmeric. You can add to it the GI Support to be taking the pressure off that digestive tract. And if you want to do the micro cleanse and get the uva ursi in, that might be a good path to go to improve the health of the kidneys.